What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of Dawn of the Void. And Dark Osto's a dick. Yep, you heard me right. He's a big dick. Alright, so he just updated Dawn of the Void to, I guess, 1.13. And coincidentally, there are no patch notes for this update. And you know why? Because it's the fuck Pyro update. It is. There used to be a quest right here in this quest. Or maybe it was over here. It was around here somewhere. Anyways, it was to make chain armor, okay? You guys remember, we made chain armor. I still have the chains. From the chain armor that we made. And apparently, chain armor even still exists in the game. But you'll notice my chain armor is gone. So, I think what happened is Dark Osto didn't like the fact that I was doing so well. And he was like, you know what? Fuck Pyro. He was talking some shit on Twitter the other night. He didn't like the fact that his monsters couldn't go through half slabs and that I was protecting myself. And then I didn't know how to use duct tape. And so he decided to steal my iron ore. That's just a dick move, dude. It's a dick move. So, yeah. So I don't know what other changes have been implemented, but I did lose my armor. So we're going to... And you know what sucks is I burned our wood armor, and this leather armor is just complete and utter ass. So I'm a little sad. And we're gonna have some issues with some of this here in a bit. But we're gonna soldier on. We're gonna find a way to make this work, and we're gonna be okay. I don't know how, but we're gonna figure it out. So I have done some mining downstairs. I would walk down and show you all the mining that I've done, but if I do that, it's going to cause me to use more food, and food is kind of a scarce resource at the moment, so I don't want to burn all my food up. I did get some petrified wood. A couple of you pointed out that the way to correctly pronounce the ore, there it is nice. So we'll be calling it nice from here on, and if it's wrong, it's y'all's fault. So we'll just go with that. Anyways, I did get, I will here in a second. Where is it? We're about to complete 2 quests. There we go. All right, so we have the gold quest complete, which you'll see right here. So we're just going to we're going to go with the middle reward bag. Oh, more gold. Yay. I'm actually very excited about that. I'm very happy. And then this is going to give us a bunch of stuff that we will never use, ever. Dermans. Okay. Well, I had a diamond, I thought. I could have sworn we had a diamond. I guess not, because I'm pretty sure if we'd found one, it would have checked it off. But since it didn't, it didn't, and so we don't, which is fine. All right, let's turn this back in, and I know that's technically not efficient, but as long as it's less than a stack, then it's kind of in our best interest to do that. All right, so we're going to need to make a strongbox here pretty quickly because we're going to need to be carrying some stuff around. So we do need 4 tin ingots, and I just happen to have 4 tin ingots. The problem that we're going to run into, though, is I don't have enough space, really, to get all of the stuff that we need to move, I don't think, into this chest. Let's dump. I don't think I'm going to be taking that. We'll store some of the stuff here. We do have a rather large amount of mushrooms. There we go, 25. That's quite a bit. The bone shards I'll probably turn into bone meal eventually. Let's open this up and hope for something amazing. Let's see what we get. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, so this is Ingy. Silas Ingy the Ingot. Spawns an iron golem when used. Silas TV, member of the Walking Wounded. Oh, interesting. I'm hoping that iron golem is friendly. Because if it's not, it's going to suck. Because knowing my luck, it'll be an angry iron golem that will fist me to death. And contrary to popular belief, Pyro's not a big fan of getting fisted. I know, it's shocking. But I'm not. Not even remotely. All right, so we've got a decent collection of ingots. I'm going to pull out the stuff that I know we're taking with us for sure. Yeah, we're definitely going to want that. And we really I got to make another suit of armor, and it sucks that I'm missing that because that is inevitably going to be a problem. And I could cheat it in, but then I feel like I'm cheating because, if I cheat that in, then other people are going to be like, hey, you cheated there. How do we know you haven't cheated more? So, yeah, there's that. All right. I think that's a good spot. That's a good spot. I got to remember we're naked, though, now, which is unfortunate. I guess I shouldn't go naked, should I? I mean, even though this armor is absolute ass, it's probably... You know what? Let's just make more wood armor, because the wood armor is better. Let's just make more wood armor. We've got the tree pieces for it. We'll just do that. I think it's just actual logs, right? Yeah. And unfortunately, it's going to require me to use all of my logs to get there. But that's fine. That's fine. We will make do. We will soldier on. Did I just make a ton of it? No. Okay. That was weird for a second there. There we go. All right, so at least we're not naked anymore. I feel a little bit more secure-ish. Secure-ish. There's a ton of critters right over there, so we want to avoid that. We've already gone down to the ravine down there and explored. There's a bunch of bloat flies up there. We do have some void right over there, but I'm not too worried about most of that stuff. There's not much up here for us to get. I did dig down here, and I'm going to briefly show you guys this because we're eventually going to have to move down here anyway. I dug all the way down there. Now, my goal digging down there was to try and get across the biome up above. I don't know if it's going to showcase up here. Yeah, the map is weird. I'm not sure if I think either I'm using the map wrong or the map hates me or it hates me and I'm using it wrong, which is also a possibility. I'm not sure. Either way, we're having some problems with the map because I have explored way the hell over here. But of course it doesn't show and I don't understand. Like there doesn't seem to be a way for me to, because you can see caves, night, and day. I have no options here. So, and I can close it, but I don't seem the ability to actually make any edits there. But I did want to show you guys just kind of how far we've gone. And this is where we're going to be heading to. I just picked a random direction. I guess it's not necessarily random. It's direction away from the portal. Because I want to move far away from there. I don't know if we actually leave the Erebus in the pack. I haven't gotten that far. I'm assuming eventually we kind of sort of will. That right there, you'll notice there's a piece of cobblestone. The reason I stopped going in that direction was because we bumped into the, what's the word for it? We bumped into outside. And it was, contrary to popular belief, not friendly. Okay, I need to get these up before I suffocate. There we go. Down, down, down. All right, perfect. So we're going to dig down. You can see we're already pretty low at 21. I'm going to go down to 18. 18 is about as low as I dare. And then we're just going to kick across. And I'm just going to keep going. And what we'll probably end up doing is until I get the... until I get enough supplies, I may have to go back and forth. And by that I mean, you know, set up our new base and then backtrack and hope to God that, okay, this is 17, we'll go from here. And hope to God that I can move ahead of the void. Because if not, it's going to be unfortunate. There we go. So anyways, I'm going to get back to digging. And we'll pick up once I find a new biome. If any of you guys were wondering if the game actually hates me, I'm going to take this as proof that it hates me. We're still in the Outback zone, which sucks, but we now have purple shit here. I am going to go ahead and... Do I have more picks on me? I do. I'm going to go ahead and mine out this. I need to be careful how I do this, don't I? Let's break this. Oh, dear God. This actually... Okay, yeah, you know what? Never mind. What I was going to do is I was going to seal that in and hope that it couldn't make it through, but knowing my luck, I'll accidentally break it and it'll tear through and I'll fall to my death. And contrary to popular belief, I don't like dying. So we're gonna have to change directions. I've pulled back pretty decently because I'm hoping that I can get far enough back that we can make that change. The problem that we got now is I was technically running away from what I thought was the void, and I was hoping to make it to an area that, you know, the void, because I'm assuming that the chunks... The further you get away, obviously chunks unload and then reload. Well, I was hoping that if I moved into new chunks, that the void would spawn as fresh, what do you call it? Fresh void or whatever, like just completely naked. Does that make sense? And unfortunately, it seems like the void is spawning at mature status, i.e. drastically bigger. Either that or... No, that's the only option because we are definitely far enough away that the chunks should have been unloaded, I would think. There's some aluminum, which I guess is nice. We're going to need everything eventually, just maybe not right at the moment. Is that bedrock or void? I think that's bedrock. Everything's floating on it, but I'm going to wait till I can see it, because that does kind of look like void. Oh my god, no. Look at that. Why is it floating in the sky? Okay, I'm confused here. What the shit? You guys see... What the fuck is going on? Is that like... okay, I'm confused here. What the hell is this? That something is... It looks like void. Is it a chunk error? This is so weird. Oh. Okay, I'm good to step here. Okay, bouncing back up. What the hell was that? I mean, I've seen chunk errors before. Not chunk errors, but like when the chunk doesn't fully load. But that was weird. It was like there was a ravine down there, but there's no ravine. What the fuck? Wow. Okay, well, that was weird. I just wanted to dig down there and make sure there wasn't anything interesting. Okay, well, sorry for boring you guys with weird bugs. Moving on. So, we have come a ridiculously long way. I don't know if I can show you. Will it show up? Wow. I'm zoomed all the way out. So, this doesn't look like very far, but if we zoom all the way in, you can kind of get a feel for how far we've come. I don't know how many blocks each of these chunks is. Let's see, that is... Does it even show me? Okay, so this is... What, 281? No. That's weird that it's showing Z positioning. It should be showing X and... Oh, no, that's right. So weird. Anyways, this is a pretty decent distance. You can see we've traveled pretty far. And we're still in the same frickin' ulterior outback biome. But we've made a nice little area here. So I'm going to dig this out, and this is going to be our new forward base. The reason we're going to move now is if I don't, the void's going to cut us off from behind. And I'm worried about that. In fact, it may cut me off before I can move everything anyway. But we are going to give it a shot. So I'm going to go ahead and make a... I guess I should go ahead... No, we're not going to do it. I was going to make a chest here and a crafting table, but if I do that, then when we go back and get the other one, then it's kind of a waste of wood. And granted, wood's not really that big a deal. We can always get more, but it does require us to actually go out into the risk to get it. So I think I'm just going to hang on to it. I do need to check and see how close the void is to us, though, because obviously I got to be careful. And I'm trying not to sprint because I think walking saves me some time. Okay, we're fine. We're fine for now. The only thing that will hurt us is if that the void is expanding bigger above than below, then making 2 or 3 trips back and forth here may seriously hamper us. But we're going to see if we can't squeeze as much in as possible. I didn't get much ore. I did get some gold ore. Obviously, just like last time when we played, it seems like the majority of ore spawn is better or easier found, I guess I should say. I am going to go ahead and convert this. Is easier found in the, what's the word for it, in ravines and such. All right, so let's look over this stuff here. I am going to go ahead and take the chain patch on the off chance that we need it. We're going to keep the mushrooms. I don't need the trees. We'll take coal. Might as well take flint. We will take the ender lilies. They're required. In stone for sure. I don't think I'm going to need cobblestone or gravel. We can make that later on. I'm not really worried about stone tools. We will take all of the anti-venom. Those advanced lubrication system. Increase the digging speed of the mining drill. Well, that's not going to do us much good because I don't have a mining drill, but eventually we may. And then I guess we'll take the bone shards. Obviously the hearts. We got to take those. Potato seeds are probably a good... Whoa. Oh, for a second there I thought that might have been Agricraft, but I don't know if Agricraft's in here or not. And I think the vast majority of everything else here is... what's the word for it? Losable? Is that the right terminology? I am gonna ditch some of these picks. The reason I'm ditching them is we don't need them. I'm gonna get rid of red sand. I will keep my what do you call them? Stairs for now. Is there anything else? What? Now that's weird. For some reason it's not sorting right here. That's odd. Okay. Wow, it really completely sorted our inventory. That's odd too. All right, we're gonna break this. That's broken our spawn spot, so I need to be careful with that. We'll keep that. We'll break this, maybe. Do we have an axe? Do I not have an axe? Oh, there it is. Okay. Break that. Break that. We got them both. Again, not really gonna worry about the chest here. How are we doing here? All right, swap. There we go. And the reason I'm converting that stuff is it does give me just that extra little inventory space, which, granted, not that big a deal, but it does add up over time. We'll put that in there and put that in there. I still don't know if using bottles on this will counteract, will consume or not. Industrial hemp seeds. I'm going to keep those because they seem, quote unquote, I'm using figure quotes here, even though you can't see them, special. Compound eyes, do they have a use? Compound goggle lens, smoothies, you know, I'm going to leave those here. I'm probably going to leave the pumpkin as well. If we bail fast enough, then this base is returnable too. So we can always come back here if we need it. I don't know why I have 2 books. I didn't Soulbound prevents it from loss on death. Okay, then we're going to swap it. Might as well go with the Soulbound variant. Let's make sure it's actually got all of our quests in it before we leave. It does. Everything's still here, so we're good. And then we'll clear you off. Put you there, and then put you there. All right, how are we doing here? Perfect. Take all the coal. And then we're going to dump... There they are. All right, and that's it. I am going to take our door as well. Yeah, I am taking our door. I need to be careful, though, because, you know, a critter can now enter our domicile, so to speak. There we go. Picked it up. Still got all the stuff in it. We'll use the wood that we got from the other place and seal this place off. I think we're good. Yeah. Is there anything else I want to take? I'll take the fire. I'll take the shears, the sticks. I guess we'll bring Gertrude because you guys will yell at me if we don't. She's a duck. And I guess I'll leave this pick, take that. Leave. Is there anything else we want here? I guess I'll take the glass sword on the off chance that we need to really kill something and kill it good. I think that's a good spot. I think that's good. I'll miss you, home. Not really. You mean nothing to me! All right, perfect. All right, we'll head back to our little spot. Well, our new spot. All right, we have moved. We've relocated. We have our pretty little bed here, which makes me all excited. It's so messed up, you know. You know your Let's Play's gone to hell when or our last Let's Play went to hell when just having a bed makes you just like completely giddy with happiness. It's just like, come on, man, come on. That last run was rough. It's all pretty too. It's you know, as pretty as a mole man cave can get. Now the problem that we're gonna run into here is I don't know. Let's go ahead and eat this Snicker. Where's the Snicker bar? Please tell me I didn't lose my Snicker. There it is. We'll eat that first. Carb load. I don't know how close the void is. We do know that there's a void patch back there, but since I don't have access to the surface, let me rephrase, I don't have easy access to the surface, I don't know what situation we're looking at. We still haven't left the ulterior outback, which is a problem. We need to get out of this area as soon as is humanly or Minecraftingly. Yeah, that is an interesting question. Are Minecraft people, as in people in Minecraft, human? That's an interesting question. I mean, they might not be. They could be completely different race, species, whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. That's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought. But we do have all of our stuff here, and I will be slowly converting all of the ores that we find. Honestly, I'm going to try and do a lot of this off camera so you guys don't... Because, I mean, I know some of you guys enjoy watching me digging and listening to me ramble on aimlessly, but at the same time... you know, it's not the most exciting of content always. So I will definitely cover anything exciting that we bump into, but I'm going to probably do just a hell of a lot of digging off camera so that you guys aren't exposed to the boredom, so to speak, that is aimless digging. And we'll just kind of do the highlights over the next couple episodes. Once we get Clockwork going, which is going to take a while, but once we get Clockwork going, we will be in a much better situation. Until we get Clockwork going, though, things are going to be pretty challenging because, you know, we do have some armor, but the armor's not really going to be there it goes. The armor is not going to be all of that protective, so to speak. So we are going to run into problems anytime we get into combat, at least until we get the clockwork stuff going, which obviously is going to take a pretty stringent amount of time. But we'll keep at it. We'll keep at it. We will eventually get out of the biggest outback ever. It's because we're digging under Australia. That's the problem. Except, instead of cute koala bears and kangaroos and platypi, we're dealing with, dick bag bugs and shit. It's like the outback, from what I understand of it, and obviously I'm American, so I have absolutely zero understanding of it. But from my understanding of it, it's already pretty nasty out there. And koalas may be cute, but apparently they're not cute. And kangaroos are apparently dicks. But you know what? From America, from Texas, they're adorable. So we're just gonna stick with that horribly tragic, flawed opinion of it, and rock and roll from there. It's definitely better than the Erebus version of Australia, which is actually hell. God dang it, we're still in the fucking outback. I hate this place. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get back to digging, doing my thing, and we will pick up here in the next episode. Do want to thank all of you guys for watching this series. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If you do, please slap that like button. Consider sharing this with a friend or community of yours. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.